Two. Step 29.
All right, I have no idea what's going on with the audio there, so that's that. So we're not going to cry about it. We're just going to want to go ahead and jump right into the show. Appreciate y'all tuning in tonight to this podcast. Tonight we're going to talk about these old passport bros. All right. Now, if you've been following my channel, and I did introduce talking about the passport bros in season 6. I kind of introduced talking to them, and basically on these shows that I had about them, I just gave a basic introduction about them, thus introducing, thus trying to figure out the why the passport bros have this type of behavior with them. All right, trying to make sure I'm live. All right. But yeah, just trying to figure out the behavior behind the passport bros. Trying to figure out why the passport bros feel that they need to divest themselves, right, and to find women from a other country other than America. So I went through the whole process figuring this out. Did a couple of shows on addressing this general information about it, what it was about, and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I had came to a interesting conclusion about the passport bros, and that's what I'm gonna talk to y'all tonight about on this podcast. The conclusion that I came up about the passport bros is this: is that I done found out that these brothers who are part of this passport bro movement, I done found out that the reason why that they're really doing this is not to try to find a wife, but in reality, it's really because these dudes was just beta male who ended up getting curved by the women that they was going after of, or they were in a relationship with a certain woman, right? Where it feels like a long term relationship or even being married, right? But whatever the case may be, right, they was in this type of relationship. The relationship um, end up going bad, end up losing the relationship. And so here they are now. They're in this space where they want to quote unquote divest from American women. So tonight on this show, I'm going to want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about this behavior of the passport bros, and I'm going to want to reveal to you that these dudes, all they are is just beta males who been hurt, who had a traumatic experience with the women that they pick and choose. So I'm gonna be talking about all of that. I'm gonna reveal to y'all the mentality behind it, and we're just gonna go from there. And we're gonna want to challenge accountability as well too. So we're gonna go from there. All right. So first of all, let me share this with y'all. All right. Let me share this with y'all. Now, these beta males, right? Beta male passport bros, right? They have a problem with going after normal women. What I mean by that? Let me give you an example. Let me pull this up for you. Let me show you something real quick. This is what I consider as a normal, average woman. According to this picture, this woman she's appear average. This woman she appears educated. One can even say that this woman appears to be even independent in a sense, which that is all true. But with these old beta male passport bros, they don't look for this type of woman. And the reason why they don't look for this type of woman is because they look at this type of woman who is educated, who is career driven, who can sustain herself in. She could sustain herself and, all these different things like that, right? They don't look for this type of woman because they become intimidated by this type of woman. They think that this woman possess masculine energy, which is not true. They think this woman is here to try to take over them and not let them fulfill their role as being men, which that is not true. He does dealing with a normal, average woman. In fact, these type of women, these normal, average women, these are the type of women that us as men should be going after. I'm gonna say again, these type of women right here, these are the type of women that us as men we should be going after. We should be going after the woman who's career driven. We should be going after the woman who is independent, but at the same time, once when she meet a man that qualify to be in a relationship with her, right, she will transition from being independent to interdependence, meaning that she is more than willing to cooperate. She's more than willing to do her duty as a woman and as a wife. But there's only for that type of man that qualifies for that. Once again, that is only for that type of man that qualifies for that. But yet, it's still these old beta males. They don't go for these type of women. Let me show you the women that they actually go for. This is the type of woman that these beta males actually go for. They get all pissed off and mad because they either got curved or they be in a relationship with these women and they done manipulate them and use them and bruise them for their money and assets and everything like that. This is the type of woman that they go for right here. This is it right here. This is the type of woman that they'll go for. This is the type of woman that these beta males will sit up here and literally go on IG, jump into their DMs, try to see if they can want to get a date out of them, get upset because these same type of women will sit up here and use them. These same type of women will use them to get a free meal out of them. These same type of women will use them for their money to get them to buy them different things. And that's what they go after. They don't go after the woman on the left. They'll go after the woman on the right. And next thing you know, they be in a relationship with this woman on the right. And be either in a committed relationship, and hell, some of them will sit up here even wife up the woman in the right. They'll literally wife them up. Knowing good and well that the old saying is that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm going to say it again. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife, but apparently these beta male simps believe that they can. And they have the audacity to have this type of woman, to make this woman have the expectation to be a wife, which is to do the duties of being a wife, which is to cook and clean and do all these things. Knowing good and well that this type of woman on the right, she is what I call a modern day woman. She resembles modern day woman behavior. Meaning that since she's a modern day woman, she's not going to cook. She's not going to clean. She ain't going to do all this stuff because it doesn't benefit her to do that. The one thing she's going to do, she's going to continue to use her body as her resource. If she could get you, beta male, if she could get you to do the duties, which is to cook and clean and do all these different things, guess what? She's going to do it. She's going to utilize her greatest asset, which is her body, which that's what you're lusting out for, is her body. And she's going to do that. She's going to manipulate you. She's going to control you. And she's going to get you to do all these things. And you're going to be simple like hell. And that's what happened. You sit up here simple as hell over this type of woman. and she getting you to do everything, using you and abusing you. The next thing you know, you get to the point where you just say, enough is enough. It's time for me to act like an alpha, which, in case you never was an alpha male to begin with, but I'm going to be an alpha now. I'm going to want to demand that she respect me. Now, when you met her expectation is you being a beta male. Isn't that how the way you introduce yourself as a beta male? And here's another thing too that I want to reveal about these old beta males, these beta male passport bros. Here's another thing too I want to reveal. Most beta male passport bros, I do have to admit that they do have some form of financial um, dependency, meaning that some of them do have a real good substantial salary where they could take care of themselves. But the problem with that is that they introduce their money. Once again, they introduce their money to these type of women as though this is them, as though this is who they are. Instead of them doing what average guys like myself would do, where we don't lead off with money, but we lead off with our character. We lead off with our with our expectations. We lead off with our moral compasses. We do things like that. They want to lead off with their money. They want to flash their cars. They the same ones who will sit up here take the same woman on the right to a 5-star restaurant on the very first date. Kid you not, would take this woman on the right to a 5-star restaurant on the very first date. Spend $300 to $500 on the first date of just meeting this woman. And have the audacity to get upset when this woman say that you have to pay for the meal. Make it make sense to me. It's making make sense. But at the same time, the woman on the left, right, that I'm showing y'all right now, the woman on the left who dressed with dignity. She's modest. She's career driven. Hell, the woman on the left, she wouldn't even mind paying for the meal. She wouldn't mind even splitting the bill for the meal. Hell, she wouldn't even mind if you pay for the meal. You know what? I got the tip. Don't worry about the tip. I got the tip. I'm going to contribute some type of way. She wouldn't mind doing these things, but the thing about it is that. The woman on the left, right? These same type of beta male simps who are now converted to passport bros, right? These same type of men, guess what? They're not going to take the woman on the left to a 5-star restaurant. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to see her as a normal average woman. And guess where they're going to take her to? They're going to take her to goddamn Applebee's. They're going to take this woman to Applebee's. They're going to take this woman on the left to Chili's. Then get upset when the woman is feeling some type of way, as though as this is your best, but you're literally spending up $300 to $500 on this woman on the right. And this is what these old beta male passport bros do. It's what they do. So while y'all out, living your life, basically this is what y'all doing. This is basically what y'all doing. When you go out and you're going overseas and you're talking to these international women, this is basically what you're doing. You're just basically out, just living your life. You want to see if you can smash as many these international women as possible. Hell, I even seen videos of these same type of men sitting up here literally not wifing them up. Now keep in mind that the whole concept about passport bros is for them to go international and find them a wife. Is that not correct? The whole concept about the passport bros is for them to go international and find them a wife, correct? So why in the hell, when you look at this, even when you go on social media on YouTube, when I go on any type of social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and I see posts about passport bros, I see this shit here. This is what I see. I just see these dudes be hugged up against any old type of woman. I see these same type of dudes sit up here bragging about sleeping with these type of women and saying that they live in the time of their life. But keep in mind that they say that they're going international to find them a wife. So what is it that you're really doing? Are you really going over there to find a wife, or are you really just going over to find the woman on the right again, like I stated earlier about what these beta male simps are looking after? Because when I look at this, right, when I look at y'all Instagrams, I look at y'all TikTok videos, look at your YouTube videos, your YouTube shorts, this is all I see. It's this picture in the middle. Dudes hug up with all these international women. Hashtag, I'm living the time of my life. Hashtag, passport bros. I have even seen videos and shorts where these dudes would go over here to these international women and they'll literally make these women a baby mama. Kid you not. Where they'll make this woman a baby mama, will procreate with these women internationally, then come back to America to complain about the American women. Make that shit make sense to me. So basically, you're doing the same exact thing what you was doing in America, but now you're doing it international and have the audacity to say that there's no good women over here in America. So once again, make that make sense to me. Now, if you're going over there and you're truly going, into, other countries around the world and stuff, you're literally trying to look for a wife and that is your whole end goal, then by all means do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Do it. But for these beta male simp passport bros sit up here, they have the audacity to come on social media and to sit up here complain that there's no good women in America. I call BS on that. I call BS on that. And the reason why I call BS on that is because these same beta male simp dudes, they're not looking for the woman on the left. If they were purposely looking for that woman on the left that I'm showing you right now, I guarantee that they'll be married. I guarantee not only they'll be married, but they'll be happily married. Because the same woman on the left who is career driven, who's a good woman, she don't mind displaying her femininity to you and only you when the time is appropriate for it. And she don't mind supporting you. She don't mind supporting you. She will literally build you up as a man. She will promote you to the best of her ability as her king. The woman on the left. She will do all these things for you. But these dudes here, they looking for that woman. Because like I stated, they're intimidated by that woman. They're intimidated by that woman because they know that woman is going to push them to be their absolute best. So that's the reason why that they do this to this woman. They're literally just say, "Get on out of here, you average woman." Just throw her off just like this. Remove her. Get on out of here, you average woman. This is what I want right here. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. They had the nerve to say once when these women use and abuse them, had the gauze to say that there ain't no good women. Nah. The accountability part is this, is that. These beta male men need to grow the hell up. These beta male men need to take accountability for their actions. Like I stated in my short that I did almost a month ago, I did a short talking about this. These same beta male passport bros, these fools need as much therapy as these modern day women that are on this picture. I'm saying again, they need just as much therapy as the women that are on this picture that they're trying to entertain. And I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Hell, men in general need more therapy than women, because it's time for us to want to cut out the bull crap. It's time for us to stop whining like some little old bitches and stuff, right? And it's time for us to start taking our place as men. The reason why these modern day women have this behavior like how the way they're are right now is because of us as men. It's because of us. It's because we're not taking accountability for us. We're not taking accountability for the behavior that we resemble. We're not taking accountability for us getting out and being out in these streets and simply smashing these chicks and lying to them and doing all this dumb stuff. Us. We need to be held to a high accountability. Us. Then we have the audacity to try to demand to these women that you want women to submit to you, but you ain't even submit to yourself. So make this make sense to me. How in the hell you gonna demand somebody to submit to you, right? But you ain't under no type of submission whatsoever. You just loose. You just do whatever the hell you want to do when you want to do it. And you expect for these women emotionally to bow down to that. Make it make sense. So what happened is this. Throughout all this time of these dudes being simps and doing all this other crazy stuff to these women, guess what happened? Evolution happened. These women ultimately start saying, you know what, enough is enough with this bull crap. If these same men is going to do this to us, hell, we're going to do it to them. We're going to use them the same way how they're using us. Thus, this is the birth of the modern day women that you see right now on these pictures. This is the birth of the modern day women that you see right now on these Instagrams, on these OnlyFans. And so now we over here bitching and complaining about them, but this is the creation that we created as men. We did this. Our predecessors before us did this. Hell, I did a show last year talking about even the music did this. Where these men, these same R&B artists who was out doing the same exact thing, being beta male simps. Putting out music saying it was okay to be a beta male simp. Putting out music saying it was okay to treat women any old kind of way. Instead of treating women with dignity and respect, treating them like human beings. They was teaching that it was okay for you to treat women like trash. They did that. And so we believed it. We believed that that was the absolute reality. And guess what? In 2023, this is what we're dealing with right now. Beta male simps and this modern day woman behavior. Well, now, y'all want bitching and complaining that these women ain't doing things for you, man. These women, they ain't cooking for me, man. They ain't cleaning for me. These American women, they ain't cleaning for me. They ain't cooking. They ain't doing all these things, so the hell with it. I'm going to go international. I'm going to go international. I'm going to find me one. I'm going to find me a wife. But in reality, y'all niggas ain't going over there to find no wife. Y'all just going over there to smash. And guess what? Through evolution, these modern day women are doing the same exact thing what y'all fools are doing. And y'all acting as though as passports was only for men only, and you don't think that these women have passports. You don't think these women qualify to get a passport and do the same exact thing. These modern day women, they're doing the same exact thing. Hell, the women on this picture, I guarantee you, each and every last one of them got a passport. All these women I show in this picture, I guarantee that they got a passport. And I guarantee that they've been somewhere in the Caribbean. If they haven't been in Cabo or the Dominican Republic, I guarantee they've been somewhere in the Caribbean, like Jamaica or somewhere. Guarantee that. Doing the same exact thing that these old beta male passport bros is doing right now. Thotting it out. They have the nerves to try to complain. Mm-mm-mm. So tonight, I'm too much not talking about the modern day women right now. I'm just dealing with child beta male simps tonight on this podcast. So tonight, I'm just calling for accountability on y'all for real, on y'all beta male simp passport bros. I'm just calling accountability. I'm calling for y'all to get over yourself. I'm calling for y'all to stop crying, stop bitching and complaining, stop going on YouTube and Instagram and all these other social media outlets and stuff, doing all these things so up here around crying, talking about, oh my God, the American women, ew. Stop doing that. I'm calling for y'all to man up, to take accountability for the decisions that you made. Because once again, y'all didn't want to go for the average woman that I showed earlier. Man, if I pull it back up again. Y'all didn't go for this average woman. Let me put it so y'all can see her. Y'all didn't go for this average woman. You chose to deal with these modern day women. And so through karma, you reap what you sow. And that's what you get. And here's one last thing too before I end this on podcast, y'all. Here's one last thing too. What's interesting about this is that these same beta male simps, right? They the one who's sitting up here complaining, talking about there are not enough American women or the American women behavior is just too much and they don't want to deal with it no more, right? What's interesting is that this woman on the left, right, she's to the point where she's feeling the same way about the men. And so guess what she do? Guess what she do? She'll be these type of women that'll go after the Pookies and Ray Rays. Kid you not. She'll be the same type of woman that'll sit up here try to um, look, I'm just gonna sell it for anybody, so I'm gonna go for this Pookie and Ray Ray, and maybe by me dating Pookie and Ray Ray, I could change this dude. I could get him to be a productive model citizen. So she have her mindset, find her Pookie and Ray Ray, and see if she could change that dude. Kid you not. So that's the reason why beta male simps that you see, these type of women dealing with these old Pookie and Ray Rays, these old screwed up alpha men. That's the reason why. Because they have the same mentality as you, passport bros. They like, well, there ain't too much out here now, so I'm just gonna have to deal with what I got and work with it. So that's why they go after them. And they'll deal with that. They'll literally deal with this dude. They'll buy this dude a PlayStation 5, and this nigga just sitting in the house not doing nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. They'll do all these things. They'll literally find them a Jody from Baby Boy. Like, kid you not. Because they feel like that that's all that's out there. But in reality, it's really not. It's really not. So, passport bros, I need y'all to take accountability. I need y'all to start growing the hell up. If you're truly going out there to try to find a wife, then be a man about it. Don't be sitting up here saying this, but at the same time you posting all these things showing you being with all these different women. Be a man about it. Make your yes be yes and your no's be no's. That's what a man does. A man be true about his word. A man don't be deceptive about his word, even with dealing with women. A man would be truthful about his word. If he's going out and say, hey, look, I'm going out and I'm not interested in being in a relationship with you. I just want to smash. That's what a real man would do. Would tell a woman straight off the bat, hey, I'm not interested in a relationship. I just want to smash. Don't make this be more than what it is. That's what a real man would do. But however, these are beta male simps and stuff, right? They would be the one, right, to say up here a lot to these women. Talking about, yeah, I'm looking for a wife just so he could want to smash. Just so he could smash and dash and be done with it. That's what them beta male simps would do. These beta male simp passport bros would do. But be a man about it. Make your yes be yes and make your no's be no's. That's what a real man does. Instead of being a little bitch about it. Then if you're truly looking for a wife, and I'm just gonna be real about it. If you're truly looking for a wife, right? There are plenty of women, just like this woman on the left right here. There are plenty of women out there who are truthfully really are wife material for real. Who truly have went through the process of preparing themselves physically, mentally, and spiritually to be that wife, to be that helpmeet for you. For you. But you, as a man, you have to prepare yourself for that. You have to change your mindset. If you haven't matured and changed your mindset, you will look over this woman on the left every single time. You'll look over her every single time. She'll be invisible to you every single time because your mindset is stuck on all these modern day women that I'm showing right now. So it's up to you to change and do better. You, my brothers. So stop being a beta male simp. Stop being these old beta male simp passport bros. Grow the hell up. And I guarantee you, once when you start growing up mentally and spiritually and physically and financially as well too, once when you just start growing the hell up, I guarantee that the very thing that you've been looking for, been there that whole time. Hell, it probably be the girl living right next door to you, but you never paid attention to her. Hell, probably be one of your coworkers at work, but you never paid attention to her. Hell, it probably be the girl that come and go to Starbucks every day while you getting your latte She's getting her tea, but you never paid attention to her because your mindset is set on these modern day women 304s. But once when you change your mindset, that's when your eyes open. You will see her for the first time, and she been there that whole entire time, and you just missed it. So that's all I got on this. I'm hoping for y'all for the best. I'm hoping that when you hear this podcast, that I'm being firm about what I say, and I'm just hoping for the best that y'all see things differently and just live your best life. There are women out here for you, for real. You don't necessarily have to go international, but if you want to, like I say, do it for the right reasons because that is your intentions that you're trying to find a wife and you just broaden your horizon. It's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. If that's your true intentions. But if your intentions is to go out and say that you're looking for a wife, but go international, you're just trying to be the next baby daddy, but international, be the next Jody from Baby Boy, but international with it, then hell, you is lying. Stop lying to yourself and these women. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Lachey, I see you, and PNP, I see you as well too, and everybody else who are tuning in, watching this podcast right now, or gonna watch the replay. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and y'all have a wonderful night.